Mori is out and immediately air climbing the second she hit that stage.
I never seems to be flustered. She's always so composed, her face so relaxed. I would love to know what's going on in her head right now. She's got to be feeling some of this pressure.
Look at that shot as well. I mean, that's the backdrop to her. It's intense, all of those eyes on you, all the spotlights.
It is, but suddenly I think when she hits that first hold, it'll all fade away. She'll be absorbed in the climbing and what she has to do on the task at hand. But we need to remember, I knows now, I think she knows if she tops this route, she is the world champion. On countback, she will beat Janja Garnbret. So it's hers for the taking.
It is indeed. I've just had this moment. Our sport is so special, isn't it? Well, our final climber out for the women, Mori from Japan. Let's see what she can do.
Interestingly, Mori is often a slower pace climber than Janja. We just saw Janja get to the top with just a few seconds on the clock, so potentially we could see time out. I think she'll know that Janja took that long because she's been sat there waiting to come out and climb. She'll have had her shoes on, she'll have been ready to go much earlier than she expected. Janja often not taking the entire 6 minutes to climb, so she'll definitely be aware of that, and I think we can see that in her pace right here. She's climbing a bit feistier than we normally see her climbing, which is good to see.
Yeah, it's a very, very good point, that, yeah. I mean, we saw her being timed out in the semi-final run, so, yeah, needs to get this timing correct. My eyes are locked on that clock now, you've said that. I'm really counting it down. What can Mori do here? She bumps the hands. It's a wide compression move. Out onto the jib with the right hand.
Our earlier climbers seem to make quite light work of this section. They seem much more comfortable. I wonder if that's the pressure. Also, the crowd are really quiet. Earlier on, they were cheering them through every section. Like I said, the crowd have so much knowledge of this route. The crowd have way more knowledge than the climbers because they've seen now 8 climbers climbing and they know when to cheer. They know when the tense moments are. Suddenly, when the crowd aren't cheering and you're finding it hard, it's a bit of a confusing position to be in because you're like, okay, no one else found this bit hard. Why am I? I'm not normally a big fan of dynos, but making light work of that one there.
Yeah, she didn't hang around, did she? Had a little look at it and then went, and now she will rest.
We did see other climbers take a moment to compose themselves. I did not need that.
She does not indeed. All right, well, clips the high draw. Makes the match, and here she will rest, which is good, because there aren't many opportunities after this. A physical section to come through those yellow and black holds.
A very short rest, though, and then she's opting for the match on this hold. Not a surprise for her. She loves a match on a tiny hold and often makes it work.
All right, up to the blocked sloper with the right hand. Brings the left hand through. And this is where things start to get physical. Bumps up, looking towards the next jib. High above her head, a bit blind. She missed it there and now bumped into it, adjusting on that hold as she went.
Impressive that she held that, missing the jib. That black hold is really slopey, so really good that she was able to stay calm and composed there, adjust and hit the jib.
Cuts loose, swings the legs round.
Again, I's a climber that tends to make the most of what she's got on the wall, using her feet, using her body, really smart, but also a climber that's physically capable of doing those powerful moves when she needs to.
Yeah, absolutely, and she is showing that right now. Has that blue cross hold.
And we have seen I beat Janja previously, you know, at her home World Cup last season. I took the gold spot and Janja came second. Not a familiar feeling for Janja, I'm sure. But Janja has now done everything that she can. She's taken the top on this route. She couldn't have done any more. It's all up to what I does now. It's out of her control. She just has to sit in that hot seat and watch.
With a massive drop knee down to the ground, hits the left hand and then bumps out with the right. 2 minutes on the clock. It is good timing that at the moment. So, last part of the wall coming up here. There's the left hand on the jib on the black volume. And that was the power move that Laura made look hard. Cruising through that.
She's looking really solid, but she isn't going to be able to take much rest. So she's going to need to keep climbing, get a good rhythm. It's sustained, it's hard. There's no point at which this climb gets easy. She needs to keep going.
Absolutely. This is Mori's moment here, and the crowd cheering every single move she makes now. Bumps up with the right. Look at the scoreboard. She moves up to just under a podium position. And there is Janja staring upwards, calm and collected. Reaches out left, and we're into headwall territory with a minute and a half, less than a minute and a half on the clock. Hits the first jib with that tick mark. Needs to watch the rope, careful not to stand on it.
She's been really precise with her foot placement too.
Yeah, she has to be, gets that pinch in.
And she's really solid through the hand. You're not seeing her flail. She's not fighting to stay on the wall yet. She does look composed. I think we'll see her get potentially to the last move, and then it's going to be exciting from there.
Absolutely. All I need to do is finish this route. I say all, it's a huge task still to go. Hard moves, but she's got lots of time to do it.
She does have a lot of time. She's really stepped up the pace. Great to see from her.
It is. Well, she's one move away now from a World Championship gold. Can she push Janja out? Deny her the double.
Chalking up before the last move. Really impressive that she's able to even hold that position.
Here we go. She latches it. If she clips this chain, she will be world champion. And she is. Mori takes the gold here